They're trying to take away our meat and our lifestyle that we want to live when it comes to eating. If COVID taught us anything, it's that you need to be prepared.
Hey, what's up, family? I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are
two crazy ketos. Welcome back to the channel and welcome temporarily to the Double K farm.
Yes, this is a day in the life of two crazy ketos, and it happens to be processing day.
So people ask us on our channel as well as in our personal life, why did you move from the country or from the city to the country?
Well, it's because we truly believe that keto is not a diet. It is a way of life. It is a way that we're going to eat for the rest of our life, and to help guarantee that that's actually able to be made possible, we need to raise our own meat.
So what I'm going to say is, not to get too political, let's look around the climate.
Yeah.
Let's look around, and I'm not talking about the political climate. I'm talking about what some of the political action committees do, what some of the lobbyists do. They're trying to take away our meat and our lifestyle that we want to live when it comes to eating. If COVID taught us anything, it's that you need to be prepared.
Right.
And so that really is what got us going with, you need to think about. We actually did a presentation on the low carb cruise, as well as we released it as a video of, you have to make sure your way of eating is sustainable. And since we eat mostly meat, we don't want to put it in the hands of other people.
No, we want to be able to source it ourselves. And certainly we eat a lot of beef, and one day we want to raise cows. But right now, what we can raise is some poultry. And one of the things that we raise, in addition to like turkey, and we have actually hatched out quail as well, is chickens. And so today we are going to be processing not our egg layers, but we will be processing our meat birds.
Now, don't worry, we are not going to show you the actual processing.
No.
We'll do that over on our Double K farm channel, which is our homesteading channel. Leave a link for it down below. So we won't put that here, but I thought it'd be just kind of interesting to show you, what is our day like? What do we do? And then also, what do we eat?
So since it's processing day, let me show you a little bit of the equipment that we use, the setup that we have for processing day. So once we have dispatched a chicken, Joe is going to bring that chicken over to the Stromberg's scalder. And this is going to scald the skin, and it's going to loosen up those feathers. Then we bring it over to this Yardbird chicken plucker, and all the little fingers on the inside of this machine pluck off the majority of the feathers. Then we're going to come over here to the table where today me and my mom and Sarah G is going to help to cut up the chickens, take out all of the guts and all that sort of stuff, separate the feet so that we can make bone broth later. So that's going to be taking place on this table. Obviously, we live in Florida, and it's very hot, it's very humid, and we want to make sure that it is a pleasurable experience as much as possible. We don't want it to be hot and sticky and yucky while we're processing. And so we always have a fan, and we always have a canopy. So we have this beautiful canopy. It's got our logos and stuff on it. We're going to take this when we go on the road with our RV, and also when we go to farmers markets. But something that we're testing out today, I'm really excited about. This is the Turbo Row air supply. And this is basically a fan with a mister. We always have a fan. That makes things like so much better, and also keeps all of any bugs that would come. Right now it's love bug season, and so we want to make sure that we're not dealing with those suckers. And so but this having an added mister instead of just a fan, I'm very excited to see if it works for us, if it makes things even better, and we'll let you know at the end of processing day what we thought about it.
So yeah, we're actually working with, I believe you pronounce it Turbo. I think that's how you pronounce it, so sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but we're working with them on our RV channel. We're going to be putting one of their inverter air conditioners in our RV, but they had said, hey, can you test out this fan for us? And so I was like, why not? And basically, this is just a battery-operated fan. It does have a little plug so you can keep it plugged in, but it's got a little battery bank, and it's got a little bay down here that you fill up with water. And so basically you just turn it on and it shoots out this mist of water. And we'll see how it goes. It will be nice if it works well, because, you know, once we have a deck and we're maybe sitting outside, you know, we could just be sitting and having this nice little misting thing blowing on us. So I'm super, super excited about this. Now, I also wanted to mention that all of the equipment we have over here is running on solar. So we don't have solar for the house, but we do have solar obviously for our studio, and then also for our shipping container. So everything we have out here is plugged into the shipping container, and that is allowing the shipping container to provide all of this power, especially like the scalder, which uses a lot of electricity. And we're doing this on a weekday. For our electricity, we're on time of use, and that thing's gonna use a lot of electricity. So it's nice that we're gonna run it off of, you know, solar, and I don't have to pay like electric rates. But we'll show you inside of it a little bit later on. But basically up on top, I have 4,400 watts of solar, and then there's a big inverter, and I also have an air conditioner in there. So after we have dispatched our chicken, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it in this scalder, which is set to 145 degrees. And we're going to basically, I use this little pipe to keep him underwater, and it's gonna just stay in here for about 45 seconds. Inside of here, we do have a little bit of Dawn dish detergent that helps to loosen up the feathers. And what this is doing is basically just scalding it and making it so that the feathers come off nice and easy. We're gonna pull it out of here. We're gonna bring it over here into our plucker. Turn it on, spray a little bit of water. It just kind of moves around and pulls all the feathers out.
I know we say this a lot, but if you are ever confused as to whether or not chickens are vegetarians or carnivores, they are definitely meat lovers. They are around here. We've got some feathers that, you know, were like overflow from the plucker, but all of these chickens are scavenging. They're looking to see if there's any morsel of, I don't know, like their previous cousins, I guess, that were here as meat birds. They're looking for scavenger pieces of these guys.
So we finished processing all the birds.
Yes, we did.
Would it take about 2.5, 3 hours?
Yeah, about. Thank you so much to Sarah and Alan, and then also Mom, for coming over to help us with the processing.
We introduced Alan how to slaughter chickens.
He did fantastic.
He did really good. Picked up to it. No problem dispatching.
Yeah.
So it went pretty quickly. And that was like just about 3 hours. And I had to run into town, which wasted 40 minutes because we broke our hose like sprayer. So I had to go get a new one. But not too bad. And so everything is all processed. And now they're down here in a cooler.
So they are going to sit in here overnight. They are pretty frozen right now, and we've added some frozen bottles of water on top of the ice water that's in here. This process helps tighten up their skin, and then we will bag them tomorrow.
Yeah, so pretty simple process. Bagging will only take about an hour. We would normally vacuum seal them, but we still haven't found our JVR Vac 100.
Right.
So what we have is like these poultry bags. They're like a shrink bag. You basically boil water to 180 degrees and you put it in there with a little tube. You dip it in the water and it shrinks the bag. It's exactly how chickens that you're buying in the store come. So we'll do that tomorrow. It'll take Rachel and I probably about an hour or so. What do we have, like 19 birds in here?
18.
18 birds. So nice amount of food for us. So let's go ahead and show you inside of our storage unit. It's a little bit of a mess, but so you can see I collect tool chests. So we got this one is from Harbor Freight. Really, really good chest. I got this one at like a clearance center, loaded with tools, because I'm of the belief of right tool, right job. So if it's a tool that I'm going to use more than once and it's going to help me cut the job in half in time, then I'm willing to get it. We're big into chainsaws because we have a lot of trees and we got a chainsaw sharpener. But what I wanted to show you is the electric. So got all of these lights hanging up in here, and we have an air conditioner, which the air conditioner never turns off. We can't get it super cold in here. I have it set to like 75. We usually can't get it to 75 right now because this is a giant metal shipping container that is not insulated. If we were to insulate it, it would get like freezing cold. Like it is really pleasant right here. I probably should have put it closer to my workbench, but I didn't want it so close to the door because then basically it would, all that cold air would just be escaping. So it's kind of like in the middle. So you can see we brought some shells from home. Our friends Chris and Martha from Venturesome Couple gave us this because they moved back out on the road. So I wanted to show you this. This is the heart of the electricity for our shipping container. So this is the EG4 6000, and it is obviously a 6,000 watt inverter, and it's capable of running 240. So we have 4,400 watts of solar up on the roof, and then we have this. Here's our panel. We have some outlets over here, a light switch for our lights. However, we don't use the light switch. That's kind of like an emergency switch because everything's got pull chains. But the cool thing about this whole system is nothing is screwed into the wall. Everything that you see, this panel with that where it's mounted on a wood board, it's all connected to the shipping container with magnets. You can see the little bolts. Those are magnets. And that's what's holding that up. And then there's just a couple of chains just in case it started to slide a little bit so it can't go anywhere. And then if you run up, you can see where all of the conduit runs down for the front outlets. Everything is just like zip tied to like hooks and things like that. And the lights are hanging from the ceiling via magnets. So those are all connected by magnets. And then our mini split is also on a board connected to magnets. The only hole that we have drilled at all is the AC line, which I drilled a hole into the floor, and it goes down through the floor outside, but nothing through the metal walls. And so super excited about it. It will make a little bit more of a challenge when we do finally insulate. I'm going to just insulate around these boards, but I like the fact that we didn't have to drill a whole bunch of holes into the shipping container. And the cool thing is even with running this AC, the batteries on this thing have never dropped below about 89% because again, 4,000 watts, 4,400 watts to be exact, up on the roof of this thing, which are also, by the way, are connected by magnets. Like we say in videos all the time, you have to have some food, like meal prepped.
Yes.
Because if you don't, you end up at McDonald's. A lot.
Well, I mean, here it is. It's like 8 o'clock.
And we're just eating.
And we are just eating. This day has just gotten away from us. We've just been so busy doing stuff that, yeah, if we did not have coleslaw, chili, and then access to some like really freaking awesome sausages, yeah, of course the pull of just getting fast food is gonna call.
So the coleslaw I actually just threw together. It literally takes me 2 minutes because what we do is we keep some bags of shredded cabbage, and then it's just mayonnaise and some salt, some pepper, some vinegar, and the shredded cabbage, and that's it. So I just throw it together. Now I will say it's always better the next day, but generally we only have enough left for one more day anyway. But what I did was we have the kielbasa sauce. They're beef kielbasa sausages that we get from like Sam's Club or I don't remember where last time we got them, they were like $5 off a package, or no, they were half price.
So we
bought like 20 packages because they were literally half price, and they're all in the freezer. So you just take it out, it defrosts in like 20 minutes, and then I throw a couple of minute air fryer. I slit them down the middle because I like having the inside cook a little bit, even though they're already cooked. And then I cut them into pieces, and then I topped it with our chili. We did a big batch cook of chili. We put them into little silicone things, and we put those in the freezer. And then you just take that out, stick it in the microwave for like 3 minutes, and it completely defrosts. You can use it as a full meal, or we did one for both of us, and just literally top your hot dog, sausages, anything like that. And then we have like the cabbage, and then we'll probably have some keto chow ice cream or something like that after this. But the key is you have to have some grab and go. People ask, how do you succeed on keto? You have to have something ready to go. Otherwise, you fall into a trap of eating something that you shouldn't eat.
Be prepared.
So I think what we'll do is we'll continue this vlog since we really didn't eat a whole lot today.
Right.
We'll continue this tomorrow. We'll show you how we like seal up the chickens. We'll show you that because, like I said, I don't want to show you a full dispatching of a chicken. Maybe we'll do it in the future. We'll definitely do it on our other channel, but I don't want to scare people too much. But we'll show you how we at least like seal them up, get them ready for freezer camp, and then also what we're eating as we get ready to go on the Star of the Seas.
Good morning. And Joe ran to get something from the storage unit, and I'm having a little bit of breakfast. I already had my coffee with Keto Brains, and I'm having 2 smash burgers with some kimchi, pickles, and it's all on top of a big hearty helping of Joe's avocado mayonnaise. I'm just ready to eat and I ain't waiting for Joe. So cheers to your day. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joe. Happy birthday to you.
Why are you singing happy birthday?
Because I think I saw you grabbed a birthday cake keto chow.
No, coconut cream pie.
Oh my gosh.
Now,
All right.
everybody's going to hit down below and say happy birthday to Joe. Now, Joe's birthday is on December 6th, and we will be on the 2KK birthday cruise for my birthday. Now, I'm actually starting out my day with a keto chow. And again, this like we were talking about last night, always having something ready to go. Had a bunch of heavy cream that I'm trying to use up before we leave on our cruise. So I decided to make one. I didn't have anything made, but we do have a ton of keto chow. And what I do is I just put a few ice cubes into the blender with it, and it gets it like instantly cold. But then I let it sit for like 10 minutes to get rid of the vitamin-y taste. Keto chow is always best the next day, but just if you're gonna make it right away, unless you're using something warm, like warm water, I always like to let it sit for 10 minutes. So I was just grabbing one to show you. I actually still have a ton of this. This is a sold out flavor, and we really need to encourage keto chow to bring back coconut cream pie as an official long-term flavor. So down below in the comments section, do like hashtag coconut cream pie. Let's do that. So I've got a coconut cream pie keto chow with 4 ounces of heavy cream. Remember, the heavy cream adds carbs. But then I added to it a half a teaspoon of banana emulsion. You know, the other day I was watching something about Gilligan's Island, and it just got me remembering like Gilligan's Island coconut cream pie, if you remember that show. And I was like, how cool would it be to add some bananas? So you have like banana coconut cream pie, and it is so good. So we're gonna go ahead and start actually packaging up our chickens. So we've got 18 of them. I'm gonna run out. I'm gonna bring a bunch of them in here. I'm gonna show you what we do to get them ready for freezer camp. We are so thankful. One of our neighbors is a tree guy, and he's taking down this big tree here. So we've got 2/3 of it down right now, but it was starting to die, and half of it was leaning towards the house. So he's taken that whole tree down. He's gonna finish taking that one down over there. He's gonna do this other one that's right over there, and then this live oak over here, he's gonna clean it up. So thankful to have a neighbor that can do this for us, because I was gonna start doing it, but there's one piece on it that I was worried about me taking down because of the way it was leaning. So he's using a bucket truck to get that one down, and I'm really thankful. If you need to get a tree service done in like the Southwest Florida area, like Sarasota, Port Charlotte, Arcadia, I'll leave all of his information down below. It's affordable tree care based out of Sarasota, but it's super excited to have that worry gone. We are losing some shade, but that's not as important as making sure nothing falls on our house. So the first thing we do is we bring them inside, we lay out a towel, and then Rachel sits there with another towel, or you can use paper towels, whatever you want. Just easier to use a bunch of clean towels, and we're gonna try to dry them the best we can. This way, when we vacuum seal them, there's the least amount of water in there for, you know, getting like freezer burn and things like that. Then she'll pull them over here, and we're gonna stand them up to make sure all of the water is out of them. Then what we do is Rachel goes through each one and she makes sure that the crop is out, that the lungs have been removed, that the testicles are gone, and that everything is nice and clean. Now, while Rachel is doing that, like she found one that we forgot to take the lungs out. That's why we always double check it. We also go through and look for chickens that may have any kind of deformity, which is basically just from like the result of processing. For example, this one here, you can see how the skin has split up. We don't want to sell this one, so what we'll do is we'll mark this as like a bee bird, and we will keep this for ourselves, or we'll give it away to somebody or something like that. But birds that people want to pay, we kind of mark as like an A grade. Every once in a while, this kind of thing happens when you're processing it, or maybe in the plucker, the wing breaks. I know somewhere we have one where the wing broke, and so the wing bone over here is exposed. So those are the ones that we won't sell. Then what we'll do is we will take a neck and we will stick it inside, because some people want the necks. And from there, we can start putting them into bags. So we have these shrink wrap bags. They're from a place called Texas Poultry, something like that. I'll leave a link for them down below. And we basically just put a chicken in each one of these bags. After we have them in the bag like this, what we're going to do is we're going to take a straw and we stick it in the cavity. And then I grab it like this and I'm going to twist to get it nice and tight. Then we take a zip tie, and with the zip tie, we tighten this around the straw and the bag. Then what we do is we come over here to our boiling pot of water and we stick it in the water. Make sure the whole bag gets all wet. And what's happening is all the air is coming out this straw. Then we simply pull it up here. I bring it back over. I pull the straw out. And then we have this little zip tie gun that will tighten the zip tie and cut it. And voila, we have a chicken. Last thing to do is put our label on it. So we have these labels right here, and we'll put it across there. Then we'll go ahead and we'll weigh them and mark everything out. Wow, these guys did such a good job, and a clean job. I mean, they raked everything up, but it's made a huge difference here in the backyard that is technically the front yard. Let me show you everything they did. First, they took down this tree. This was the really big tree, and there was a giant hole in the middle, but there was a big part of it that was leaning towards the house, and you can see how big. I don't even know if you can really get a good idea based on the camera, but you can see in the middle where it was kind of dying, and half of it was leaning towards the house. So you can see that that's all gone now. They trimmed up that one a little bit. And then this one, which isn't gonna live for very long, we might be able to get 10 more years. We cut off a lot of the dead stuff, and we're hoping we could at least get like 10 years. And then all of the vines and stuff that are growing up, we cut it all at the bottom, so that'll all die off. So that'll help the tree a little bit so it's not choking out the tree. And then the one that was over here where one piece fell, another one half broke off, and then I had one more section that I needed to take down. They finished that, and then they, chipped everything up. And you can see that's the stuff that I've been working on. We moved it off to the side. I'm going to cut it into logs and then split it. But look at the middle of this. I mean, it was completely dead on the inside. You can see this big giant hole in there. So those over there, like I said, we're going to cut them into logs and then split them up. I still have to work on that one a little bit, but what a huge difference here in the yard. Now I don't have to worry about anything that's going to fall on the house. We have that gazebo. We're actually going to have a review of that over on our camping channel. But now we don't have to worry about anything. We'll be able to put a pool eventually over here and not have to worry about storms with trees hitting the house. And the cool thing is he actually chipped everything up for us, so we don't have to burn it. Originally, the plan was to just have him drop everything, and then I was going to cut everything up and slowly burn it. But for an extra $500, he chipped everything and took away the big heavy logs. So anything that was 20 inches or less in diameter, he was able to chip up, and we have a giant pile of mulch now that we could use for the chicken coops and for other things. And considering we were paying like $7 a bag for pine shavings, it'll be really nice to not have to buy all of that stuff. And, you know, we just have it over on the side. And now we can just really start focusing on the house, and I don't have to worry so much about all of the trees. We have a couple other trees that we're going to ask him to lift up, but they just ran out of time. They worked all day, but highly recommend them. Again, I'll leave all of their information down below. Another long day.
It's been a long day, and I'm really glad that we had meal prepped this recipe.
So we have a video. We'll leave a link for it up here for chicken Parmesan casserole.
It's so good.
That's what we're eating for dinner.
Yep.
You know, we had the guys taking down the tree today. We had to bag up all of our chickens. We had to record a bunch of videos because we're going to be on a cruise. So we had to record videos for this channel. We just finished filming Keto Beyond the Couch for Monday. So many things going on. So, you know, fortunately we had our breakfast. And like we've always talked about, you've got to have some meal prep. Otherwise you're going to derail yourself. So this is a great recipe. Super excited that we're going to be going on our cruise for tomorrow. And we're going to be eating a lot of meat on the cruise. We'll let you guys know what we think of Star of the Seas in a future video. Now, if you like seeing videos like this, take a look at the video we have linked right over there. Also, make sure you take a look at the most recent video I'm going to put right over there.
But whether you head this way or you head this way, don't forget to head this way. Subscribe to our channel and click the little bell icon, and that way every single time we eat something, you'll be alerted to it.
Until next time.
Bye.